who should we start with?
Okay. Hello, everybody. Well, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, I should say. Welcome to Polychromatic Alliance, a game of masks set in the new Gauntlet City continuity verse, which is a place you can find on the Gauntlet RPG world. Well, site, Slack, you can find it somewhere, but this is a role-playing game or role-playing group set up through the Gauntlet. That is the gauntlet-rpg.com. Find us for blogs, podcasts, and lots of story games, indie games, and OSR Revival. Well, OSR.
Wherever internets are sold.
Yes, OSR Revival. That's like ATM machine. So yeah. If you've been keeping up with us, this is the same lovely group I've had the entire time. If you've not, go back and check out some of our other episodes to hear about their characters' more idiosyncratic moments. But with that said, we are going to start this issue out, and I think I've done the covers of every issue so far. I think this one is going to be a mystery box-esque cover of, what is the truth? Like, what is the truth? And then have each character sort of facing one another as, I think it's like Null on one side, Void on another, Sonny on one side, Holo on another, and there's like this. I think there's a Quetzalbird perched on a perch beside them, watching over them as like last time when Professor Henry, Zachary Solomon, and the others were playing with figures of you. I think you're now it's like the last comic book cover, but now you're looking down at it as a model and sort of getting your own view of things. And the page turns, and I think it just the opening is just going to be like 1 week later. So that means we have some moves to make, and I will go in reverse character keeper order this time for the moves. So, Sonny, I believe you have some questions to ask the team.
Yeah, I think I have some questions to ask actually the other players, isn't it? Because, well, I have to, yeah, that's here that is. The members of my When Time Passes Role Plus Savior to see how the members of your legacy feel or react to your most recent exploits. For rolling, ask the other players to answer these questions about your performance. Take -1 to the roll for each no answer. Okay, the first question is, have I been upholding the traditions of your legacy? I don't think so.
No, I think you've been heroic, but not in the way that they would approve of. No. Breaking into Optimax, and stuff like that.
No, pretending to be an intern. That's not exactly how they roll. Have you maintained the image of your legacy?
I don't think you've done anything to bring shame onto its name or anything like that.
You haven't been caught.
Actively, yeah.
Oh, I haven't been caught. That's lovely. But that's not the question. The question is, have I maintained the image of my legacy? And I don't think we can say that I have, because I haven't really leaned into the whole, we're the Amazons, we bring justice for oppressed women. No.
And you talked down a lawyer. You didn't fight him.
But that was before. Yeah, but I did that too. Well, you don't have to fight lawyers. You just have to win. And I did that. Yeah, right. If we figure into the whole time when I went up there, maybe.
I mean, if you want to be in the eyes of, it's dependent, are you from an omniscient perspective or from a PR perspective? Because PR, I think you're fine.
Yeah, I think because you talked down Euripides, actually, that you're dealing with a member of the legacy. The legacy's a crime pet. So I think you are upholding the...
Okay. I like it. Okay. Have you made the other members of your legacy proud? I can't answer that. That's for you to say.
I don't think you've made them upset. I think your grandmother is actually kind of intrigued that you were able to get the Hollowed Park process going again. Like after she's, this is impossible, and you're like, no, I'm going to help with this, and not by punching things. I was like, she's coming into some change, so I think you can answer that. You don't have to take the -1 from that, so
Okay.
you'll be rolling at a -1 total.
-1 plus my savior, right?
Yeah.
Plus savior. What savior? Where am I? Oh well, I'm good with savior right now. Very savory. I think that's the wrong word. Yay! I have okay, I have a mathematical dysfunction in my brain. I've got a 9, I think.
Okay, and checking it, I think that means you will have something good and something mixed. So
yeah, probably 7 to 9. On a hit, one of them offers you a meaningful encouragement, an opportunity, or an advantage. On a 7 to 9, another is upset with your most recent actions and will make their displeasure known.
Good. Okay. And so yeah, next we have our joined, the most wonderful part of this duo. And I believe you have some obligations to roll.
Yeah, I certainly do. So I am rolling with mundane, which I'm sure is going to be fine.
Oh dear.
Wow.
Oh, it
that's
was
a 10.
fine.
It was, everything's cool, apparently.
It's the only way we can get a 10.
Yeah. So on a 10 up, I believe I gain. I'm. Whereas Sabine had a moment with numbers, I'm having a moment with words and cannot pass what I'm looking at. But yes, I think I get an opportunity or advantage based on one of my obligations.
Do you want that to be from your? Well, we'll decide on that when the
Sure
so,
thing. Yeah.
Up next, the most wonderful part of these two people are Janice. I'm not showing any favoritism at all, even though it's favoritism to both of you. Let's roll your obligations.
That's a very joined thing to do.
You're the best part of the team.
You're
also the best part of the team.
That is a 9. Although it occurs to me as I'm rolling this, I kind of want to invoke my mask and swap around my my mundane and my savior and affirm my secret identity. I don't know if that's really applicable in this situation, but I would like to have a -2 to my mundane, basically, because I feel like Alan's.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah. So that would turn it into a 5.
Oh dear. So yeah, I think that just means you have a 2 obligations that are going to bite you in the butt.
Yes.
Ooh. Oh, and I think I know what they are too. We'll find out in play, but so yeah, I think after the 1 week later, we're going to I think it's we're going to cut into I want to throw Alan into something, and yeah, Alan and you wanted more scenes with Sonny or Holo. I think it was.
I feel like it was Sonny, and I feel like we got a good one with the karting, but I definitely would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. Okay, here's if no, you wouldn't invite Sonny over to your house, would you, Alan, because of your abuela?
No.
Yeah, so this is the Drama Dome, I think, where this is like the rest room in this place of battle and training, where I think we see is Null dressed as Null now that pretty much everyone knows his identity, or is he?
I think it's like the costume, kind of like Peter Parker eating pizza in his half of his Spider-Man costume, half in his civvies.
Yeah, but I think you have the papers that we've gotten out from Optimax, from Aeon, from Solomon Industries. I think I'll open up the New Gauntlet comics to make sure I have everything right. But you have the papers that we've picked out.
Yeah, those are the two companies, definitely.
There were three, though. That's the one thing. So
yeah, it's because Aeon was linked to Optimax's building a better you as well.
Yeah, Solomon Industries. So yeah, that is all three then. So you have the papers out. You're looking at them, and I think like there is a TV on in the room just because we need exposition media. But there is a I think Sonny is actually, well, what is Sonny doing in this room with Null? Are you going to be watching the TV? Are you going over the papers with him to make sure that
I have been going over the papers, and then I got a bit bored, and I've started to play around with my phone because, I mean, I have to check my whatever's. I have to check my Twitter.
Ooh. Oh, I think I'm going to. Do you mind if I tie in the obligation and the legacy kind of?
Sure.
Yeah. So I think you like you're getting on your phone and you get a text from Andrew Maki, and it's just I think it's like a sort of.
I ignore it. It's a text from my mom. I ignore it.
Oh.
I mean,
yeah.
come on.
While you're ignoring that, you get a YouTube update. It's like one of these recommendations. It's not like from your subscriptions. It's like recommended Sia.com. Now interested in Artemis and the Nobodies. What is and like it has like that what is and then dot is the entire phrasing of the video can't be said.
Well, I will call out to Alan because hey, we have a YouTube video. Look at let me show you that.
Okay, sure.
I'll just play it.
Yeah, and
Look
Sia.com is the superhero equivalent of TMZ or the National Enquirer, that kind of stuff. And I think you see this really bubbly, friendly looking Latino woman, like dressed conservatively, but like conservatively urban. We should say, the loose T-shirt, the nice jeans, basic makeup, and she's standing in front of a.
Oh, she's going to trash us. I know that.
And she's standing in front of this green screen. It's like, we are talking about one of the most up and coming superhero teams in New Gauntlet City, and the chaos they have been causing. And I think
call yourself.
The green screen turns on and it shows I think it's someone's camera footage of the first ever Aeon incident with Null and Void falling down the building, stopping, spinning really fast, slamming cryptid through Aeon's building, and then there's this pause and you see like Null doing like the dragon kick during that middle of the throw. And it's like, this is a person who calls himself Null. And like it does another screen of like a Void throwing Null. This, we believe, is his lover, Void. Who are these two masked menaces who are destroying government property, trying to save it? This is Sia.com's Unmask the Hero competition. The first person to deliver us factual information on the identities of either Null and Void will win what starts out as $1,000, but every week we wait, it will go down. I think it's $10,000, but every week we wait, it will go down.
Null just pulled his mask straight down and is like, oh boy.
Oh my! I have a few ideas I can throw at them. I mean, they have to check this up, right?
Well, if you want to make some money, or maybe if you were more mercenary, maybe. And Alan is thinking of someone in particular when he says that.
Come on, Alan, I'm not that mercenary. I'll just
No.
Do we have anybody? Hey, can't we? We cannot claim it's the what were their names? The twins?
I mean,
Gemini twins. Yeah. The Gemini twins. Can we claim it's them?
I guess as long as nobody saw me punching one of them last week.
I don't know. All we can lose is $1,000 we wouldn't get anyway.
Yeah, I think
I'd rather not claim the money. I think I'd rather just keep the mask. Like.
Yeah. But you don't have to do it. I mean, we can go through. We can't go through Tina. They're her siblings.
I think we can just. I think if we don't do anything, as long as Victor is Amir careful, then maybe. Although, I mean that's pretty funny, right? Like,
yeah,
that we're going out.
I mean, the whole thing is totally absurd, and I guess 2 weeks from now they'll have something else they want to unmask.
And I think the video has been going on a bit longer as you've been talking, but I think what catches Sonny's attention is, and we have seen video footage from the Gloomy Variants security cams showing the leader of the team on a date with a supposed supervillain. How can we trust these heroes and this heroine if they are betraying our? And it shows the it's like CCTV footage of you and Tina getting the drinks, and we even tried to approach this terrible Tina for her words on the situation, and this is what we got. And it shows this shaky camera running up to Tina. Hey, have you dated Artemis? And Tina just turns, her eyes glow this a terrifying Norse Jotun blue, and the camera just crack. Oh man, that cost me so much money.
Oh man, my mom's gonna be so mad. That's why she keeps texting me.
See, this is why we have the masks, you avoid
all this. I don't even look that much like Artemis, usually. I'll just claim it wasn't me.
Yeah, I mean, that works for me, so why not?
Yeah, exactly. I'll just say, that wasn't me. That was some random other chick person.
Yeah, I'm sure your mum is definitely going to believe that. She's super reasonable.
Thanks, Alan. Really, thanks. She's okay mostly. She's a temper. That's all.
And the final thing of this video is showing Holo and Venus Flytrap talking, and these unknown variables from the American Empire are now conspiring, probably trying to bring the dimension back into alignment with our own for another conquest of our dimension. We can't let this go on, and any information will be compounded for a grand total of, ding, 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 $50,000 this week alone. And this is just being broadcast, so I think no one's outside the Drama Dome yet.
I think that maybe the Solomon guy is behind this, actually, because that's a lot of money. That's more money than I've seen in these shows.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like a lot for us, We're not big. I mean, you're big, but we're just,
I'm not that big, apparently.
No, yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah.
Okay, the Amazons are big. I get it. So, I don't know.
Maybe, I think I want to get out of here before people show up. Might be a bit hard to slip away otherwise. I'm gonna go.
Yeah. Okay. I'll take a look at the spreadsheet over here. I have no idea what that means.
Yeah, he's very reassured at the referring to it as a spreadsheet.
Let's say, does Sonny want to try and comfort and support Alan?
Sonny is pretty upset themselves, so
true. Makes sense not to.
They're just trying to keep on a cheery cheery face, but right now they're a bit freaked out, and now they have their mother to deal with because you can't ignore Andromachy indefinitely.
Yeah, and I think, are you going to read your mom's text?
No, fuck no, I'm going to the gloomy Variant.
Teenage sensibilities, I like it. So yeah, I think like the page, Sonny's looking at the paper, and like we see this like thought bubble of like the gloomy Variant, and like, yeah, I should be there. And like turn the page, and I think, Void, are you dressed in your costume? Yeah, I think this is this is one of Quetzal's clothing rooms, costume dispensary. Like it was I think a dressing room back in the day, but it's now it has a lot of costumes, and it is just a place to hang out in the Drama Dome at the moment.
Yeah, I think again probably similar sort of. He's probably got like his actual like outfit on, but he probably doesn't have the like the mask on and the hood up and stuff at the minute because again it's.
Yeah. I think how do you, let's just I'll put it on you. How did the date with Blue Rose go?
I'm wondering actually if maybe we say that it was, rather than like immediately going on a date, it was to arrange a date for later, and we'll just run it when
yeah, that's good.
Cool. Yeah.
But, how did the meeting go? It seemed like he was, well, since he set up a date, it seems amicable. So yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah.
So maybe you're like looking at you're looking at costumes to wear on this date, pretty much. Like Quetzal's given you permission to go through his closets of stuff. And I think like this is when Holo is like beaming into our dimension again, like after like a long time of working on the hollowed plague cure and getting things ready in the American Empire.
Yeah.
And so Holo appears in the room. I think like you're like pulling these clothes open, like look through them. Like, you pull one open and Holo is just like there.
Well, sorry, I wasn't expecting you to be there. How are you? It's been a little bit.
Good. Yeah, I just kind of like stopped in to check the botany glossary after the whole incident with the vaccine. I wanted to double check in the bibliography before I start tearing off, telling people to use things that don't exist here.
Sure thing. That sounds good. I hope we can like get all this sorted for you. It must be, well, I can't imagine what it must be like for you back over there.
I mean, yeah, it's been weird. Like now that I know that I'm like leaving, it's like, oh shit, I might not have access to all this stuff anymore. I got to get as much good work as I can out of the way before I don't have the chance anymore.
Yeah, totally. That's
it's gonna be, I guess, weird not being a hero anymore.
I mean, like regardless of what you can do, you'll be, I mean, if you still want to do this whole thing, then I'm sure you'll find a way to do it. You've definitely got like the will to do it. And I don't know. I also wouldn't blame you if you just wanted to like try and live a normal life after what you've been through.
Normal is vastly overrated. That's why I ditched it.
Hey, I mean, this is like, so if this is kind of a personal question or whatever, but like you, like, is this what you look like over there too? Or, I mean, let's say if I don't mean to pry or whatever, I just wondered if, because you can like kind of do that whole being anyone thing.
Yeah, I mean, more or less, like they glammed it up for like the avatars and shit, but and I'm not this good at. And he's got like the fancy like gelled hair. He's like, I'm not that good at cutting my own hair, so.
Well, that's we can. I'm sure we can sort that out when you're over here.
That sounds like you're trying to comfort and support, even though you're very bad at it right now.
Certainly.
Unless you get another boxcars.
No, I do not. That's a 5.
Okay. And yeah, I think that I assume you gave Blue Rose your number.
Yes, I did indeed.
Yeah, so I think like you do get a text, but no, let's see. Let me check the GM moves real quick to see what I want to pull, because there are so many. Oh. No, that'd be too much time with the Oh yeah, I think this is when this video has been going viral. That's why I think like there is the sound of like you can hear like a small like uproar outside, and when you look out, I think like, it gets your attention. You know what's going on when you and Holo look out the window. There are like the beginnings of a Black Friday crowd gathering outside the Drama Dome with phones, cameras, video cameras, all that kind of recording equipment. What do you do?
So, I'm assuming that's not great.
Yeah, I don't know what all that's about. And I think like Victor will look out the window and then he will kind of like step back into the room and actually put the like pull up the cowl thing and put the mask on at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
I would have assumed that we shared the video on the chat, really, because I mean that's what you do.
Yeah, this could be like
this
in
is
tangent.
Yeah, in tangent. Like the video went live on YouTube. Like this is like the beginning of this is maybe 7 people strong at the moment, but it's like they're loud and boys. The people who were in the neighborhood when this video went up.
All right, yeah, this is like the moment when like Sonny kind of like bursts dramatically into the room with a phone held high.
Yeah. This is the time. Yeah, Sonny, you can definitely and Alan, you can be in the scene if you would like, or Null, I should say, since you are masked.
I think Null literally just legged it out the back door.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Getting out the back door seems like something Sonny would do as well, and maybe pull up the hood of the hoodie and put on maybe some sunglasses and pretend to be A, not understand English, and B, just be the janitor or something like that.
Nice. I think Holo would kind of like glance to the massive like room full of costumes that they're currently standing in, and then just like transform his own like image into void and be like, bait and switch.
Sure, that could work.
And I think since Null, feel free to clear insecure, since I think this is easy relief not telling your brother about this.
Yeah, I would go with that for sure.
Just getting yourself out of trouble and such.
That would be foolhardy action.
Oh, foolhardy action, not easy relief. Yeah, I think.
Yes, I think that's appropriate as well. To be honest,
yeah.
You left the person who has shown the more people your secret identity than you. So
I think for a brief moment, I just forgot about him. Like, just literally was like, oh crap! I thought Victor left before. Shit.
Yeah, and I think this is when Quetzalcoatl enters the room without a dramatic flair, so you know it's serious. And he's And I think he looks at Void and Void, and there's like this moment of, okay, one of you's Holo, and one of you has started this. Zachary Solomon is paying Sia.com to try and sabotage us. And I think
Cool.
Void would know what Sia.com is. Holo probably does not.
I knew the words around that, so I kind of figured the
Like,
basics, but
those are words, and you combine them together. I'm assuming they mean something.
I know my context clues.
And looks at, this is going to make doing heroic work hard, especially if you're going to try to keep your identity secret. And with what's been going on, this is just going to make things even. Security guards are one thing, but if they're looking for you for money, we've got to do something about this.
Well, I don't have an identity to hide, so.
Yeah, I guess just. Well, I don't know how well keeping a low profile is going to work given our line of business, but well, I guess I'll just be careful about where I'm seen. I mean,
well, if they're going to keep coming until they get answers, why don't we give them fake answers?
They want to know you're not an American Empire spy. They want to know that Artemis is not dating a supervillainess, and they want to know Null and Void's identity. Many of these we either can't give them or shouldn't have to.
No, but we can solve 2 out of the 4 pretty easy.
And how is that? Well,
Fake
can you
IDs.
prove you're not a?
No, I can't. I can't prove that I'm not in the American Empire. I can't prove what Sonny's doing or not doing, but I can give him a false answer to the other 2 questions.
That's good. Would I be able to use costumes for this plan?
I mean, you could.
And he the smile comes back to his face. Like, okay, tell me how flamboyant I should be, and we get this started.
So yeah, I think Holo would start off by like either talking to Victor and texting Alan to be like, okay, how do you want this to go? What do you want your fake persona to be?
I think Alan just texts back, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark.
I send you back a picture of the crowd.
Yeah, I think it's just exclamation mark in return. And like, I'm happy with whatever Holo goes for. I think Alan's mostly just too confused and to really come up with an answer for. What do you want my fake persona to be? What?
So I think
Holo's.
You
said persona, right?
Holo's solution is just gonna be like, surprise! They were all me the entire time.
Oh damn, that's. Well, you can make holograms, so you can like make like Void and Null come out, like pull off their masks and show different
and just
people.
like they're fake. Look, you can poke them. It's fine.
Yeah. So with that, I think like Void, you can decide on a date costume later if you want to like vanish out the bat, which I would consider being running away if you just leave this. Or no, wait, you don't have afraid.
No, I don't currently. No, that's fine. That's fine. But yes, I will sneak off and attempt to keep a low profile.
And yeah, I will say to Holo, this is foolhardy to try and convince a crowd that
to just draw all the fire myself.
Yeah, but I will say you can clear insecure before you roll to defend Holo or Null and Void with your holograms. Oh god, I've been watching the Gym and the Holograms retrospective. This is giving me such bad ideas. Yeah, so I think like we turn the page and it's Ketzel, like the door opening, Holo coming out with Null and Void, and then we roll.
So that's going to be an 8.
Okay, so I believe you do it, but you either expose yourself or escalate the situation.
Oh, I definitely expose myself. Like, I'm just, like, walking out into the middle of this
No,
crowd and then
expose yourself
saying...
to danger, I mean.
Huh?
Expose yourself to danger, I meant, sorry.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm definitely exposing myself. I'm, like, drawing all the fire that everybody's attaching to Null and Void onto me, and I'm already under suspicion of being, like, a weird spy. And now they're like, oh, God, it's pod people. They're everywhere.
Oh, so, are you trying to make Null and Void look like they were from the American Empire as well, or just
No, I think I have all three of us come out, and I'm just like waving in my weird like 50s spacesuit style thing, and then I like have the others like unzip their hoods, and it's like exactly the same face underneath. It's just like 3 versions of me.
Oh. And I think like people are shocked for a moment, and then one woman yells out, "I knew it was clones the entire time! The American Empire's GMO process to enrich our bodies is just a lie. They're working with Optimax. I knew they were working with Optimax. Make our lives better. Bullshit." I think the crowd begins like to get riled up, and if you weren't a hologram, they're rushing forward would be dangerous. But I think
Yeah, I know. I think there's like a there's like somebody throws a shoe and it just goes like right through me.
Yeah. And oh, and that's what it's like. I think one yells out, "Well, if we he's not real. He's not even here. But that plant thing down the street is." Mob, mob, mob.
No. No. I think I'm gonna try to book it and beat them. No, you know what? I'm gonna fucking portal. Okay. I'm not gonna get in a foot race with a mob.
Yeah, so you will portal directly into the House of Silk, and we will cut away. As I want to see, I have a play. Null, where were you going? Were you not thinking about where to go after this, or?
I think it was just to get out of sight, to change back to Alan and then to just sort of like leave behind the superheroics for a day and get far away because he feels like every eye's on Null, whereas Alan, you can sort of be.
Yeah, I think you get home, and that's when you notice the door to your apartment is cracked, and you hear voices inside.
I think walk over slowly and creak open the door and call out for Abuela.
And what you see inside is horrifying and disturbing to all children who see their grandmother talking with the parents who had abandoned them.
Mm.
And I think she calls out, "Oh, hello, Nino. We need to talk." And your mom and dad are in New Gauntlet City again, and I think are sitting at the dinner table, and they turn to look at you. And your dad's there. "Hello, Alan. It's been a while."
Hi, Dad.
And your mom's there. It's like, we've been worried about all the superhero activity going on in the city with those new teams going up, so much going on with the corporations. Where's your brother?
Since when do you care?
Your dad's like, "Young man, do not talk to your mother that way. We have come to get you both out of New Gauntlet City."
I think Alan just walks past into his room and drops his bag off and just turns around and walks straight back out again.
Out of the house?
Yeah, just straight out. Like
I think as you're trying to walk out, Abuela's like, Abuela was at the door closing because I think you were shocked enough you just left it open. And she like grabs your hand or softly grabs your hand, like puts the one hand on top of the other sandwich, and it's like, "Please, just." And Abuela is your father's mother, right?
Yeah.
It's like, please just hear them out, and if they hear that you don't want to leave, maybe they'll leave you with me.
They know how I feel. We've
Yeah,
been over this before, you know, like
you have to talk to them. You can't just keep shutting them out, or they will use their power to.
fine. And, you know, go back in, sit down opposite them, be like, so why, you know, like we've got lives here too. We don't need to just dump everything and run around after you. Or, you know, you don't get to just come here and grab us again.
We're your parents.
Yeah,
You decided when Abuela said that you would have a better life here, we
she was
believed.
right. Yeah,
Okay, how are you doing in school?
great. You know, I have the internship. I've got a life here. I've got things to do. Got friends. You know, Victor's got friends. Like, you know, we never left. You did.
It is dangerous here, and it's just growing more dangerous. We need to take care of you because we're not just taking you. Abuela will come too. And I think like that's when her eyes go wide. It's like, no, I have a life here too.
Can I provoke my parents?
You definitely can. What are you trying to provoke them to do?
Um, to back off, basically. Like, and just, you know, piss them off, I think,
Yeah.
essentially, in teenage terms. But so that is what's provoke someone. Provoke someone
Superior.
is superior. That is that's 11 on the dice, so it's 12 overall.
Yeah. So I think that oh, and Holo, don't forget to choose your option from defending people from the list. I think you probably would do best with adding team to your the pool, or clearing a condition. But I think your mom just sighs, and I think she does like the. I think your dad is the one who's like balling his fists, getting angry, getting red in the face, and your mom places a hand on his shoulder. It's like, look, we're going to be in town for a few days. We don't want to just shock this on you, but it's important to us that everyone in our family is safe. We'll give you some time to think. This is a big deal, but we just want to we want you to have a good life and a safe life.
Yeah, and I think that was just, you know, I think he's still in teenager mode, basically.
Yeah, and they will. Abuela will show them out of the house. Then I think she comes back and like flops down the chair, just obviously emotionally exhausted.
I think that Alan just, you know, stands up and puts a hand on her shoulder and then just says, well, I don't know. I think I'd be fine with the scene cutting there, to be honest, rather than engaging in the thing. Yeah.
So yeah, and I think we cut from there to the gloomy variant with Sonny. You're heading in, correct? Or you were heading there? Were you heading to like just hang out, or?
Yeah, I was heading in just to just to hide, basically, from my parental figures and public things and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think like as you walk in there, like, you look very different than Artemis. Like as Artemis, you look much more Greek, correct?
Yeah, and the hair is longer and I look like a girl, which I usually try to avoid.
Yeah, so I think like there are a few people there who are like, you know, Artemis is going to be here sooner or later. We'll get pictures like Molly. Molly knows your secret identity, right?
Yeah. She knows. I mean, I've been. This has been my safe space. I've been blowing off steam here.
Yeah, so I think Molly.
So she's not the only one who knows, but she's the one I'm blowing off mostly.
Yeah, so Molly looks over at you, then looks at the people with all the cameras, and says nothing as she slides down the bar to you, giving you like your, I think like your usual non-alcoholic drink.
Yeah.
Like hey, welcome to the gloomy variant. It's nice to see you here. We have a bit of a crowded room today, but we hope we can serve you well. And you can tell she's putting on these airs, I don't know this person, so it can't be Artemis.
And I say, thanks. Hey, pretty girl.
My name's Molly. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, hi. My name's Jeff.
Pleasure to meet you, Jeff. And she will. I think she stays down at your I think because the bar is so busy today with people coming in, buying drinks, waiting for Artemis, that there is a second bartender working at the same time. So Molly will stay in your place. So how are things going, Jeff? Everything good in your life?
Bit of trouble at my work. Some douchebags are trying to mob me, I guess.
Must mean you're doing something right if people want you to fail.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's time to give up the whole job, like move to the country, get a nice house, have a wife or something, and raise cows.
Oh,
sheep.
I don't know.
Do we raise sheep in the US, or is that just Australia?
Oh, they do.
Oh, damn. I thought I could go to New Zealand. New Zealand seems fine.
Oh, you can also go to New Zealand. That has more sheep than people.
Yeah, I think I would. Yeah. You know what? And I drink my drink and put down some money. I said, you know what? I think I'm looking at. I think I go and look at my options. Pretty crowded here. Need to get my head empty.
Yeah. I think Molly nods at you. So you're going to leave the gloomy variant?
Yeah, I mean, there's all these people here, and I don't know. I think I will text Void, though.
Okay.
And say, hey, I'm in a bad place. I don't know. You want to do something or anything, or I don't know. Maybe I should delete this, and then I send it. Damn. Then I'll just walk to the park with where the Holo plague victims are, and I don't know, hang out there, I guess, because there's a vaccine right now.
Yeah, and so Void.
Or wait for people to call me or whatever.
Yeah, I think we do see the immense change that has happened since Sonny was able to streamline volunteer work. There still are those militia people, those border guards with too much time, too many guns, not enough common sense, but they are actually outnumbered by agents who are actually paid to do this job and do it better than a bunch of bumpkins with guns and not much common sense. But I think there is this mark people get with when they have the vaccine, some kind of tag or a ring or something they have to show they've had the vaccine. So they scan that. If it clears, you're allowed in to do volunteer work. And there are a lot more people doing volunteer work here. There's a line of people going into it's not like a huge line, but
there's a line. I'm staying out of there. I'm just sitting at a bench next to the park and Googling stuff about New Zealand and sheep farms.
And I think Void, you get the text from Sonny. So what do you do?
Yeah, I will. Will head to. I'll head to meet Sonny. I will at some point. I will. As I kind of left the drama dome, I will have found somewhere to probably just on top of a building in the fire escape thing to change out of costume into my street clothes, and then walk down through the fire escape out of the building, and I'll head over to meet Sonny.
Okay.
I will also drop a text to say I'm on my way, but probably not anything more than that.
Yeah, there's probably enough texting, where are you, where do we meet up, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, you Sonny, you see Victor approaching you.
Yeah, I'll wave.
Hey,
Okay.
how's it going? That I mean, I guess you got out of all that craziness back home.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't been home yet. And I don't really want to go home right now.
Yeah, I understand. I guess the folks probably aren't going to be like super
No,
happy about all this.
they're not. I don't know. I don't know what they'll do. I don't want to hear about the heritage of the Amazons and stuff like that. And how can you do this and how can you do that and why don't you do more of this and
Yeah, it's. I mean, hit the space bar. Yeah, well, I mean, like, part of the reason for the whole mask thing, our parents aren't really big on the whole vigilante thing either. So I know what it's like, at least a bit, to know that. Yeah,
but they don't know that you're doing it, right?
Not yet, certainly. I mean, we'll see how long that lasts. I mean, hopefully all this will just blow over in a couple of days. I
don't know. I guess I'll stay around until we get Holo out of his trouble, but I'm not going to stay around for much longer. I've had it with this city. These people. I love them, but they don't even know who I am.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. You're a great person. I like hanging around with you and being on the team with you and everything. But honestly, I guess I can't entirely blame you for not wanting to stick around when you've got all this expectations to be something that you're not sure if you want to be.
Exactly.
Does that sound like a comfort and support to anyone, or?
It probably is, yeah.
Do you want to switch your mundane and your mask label before you roll this?
It probably would actually make sense. Yeah. As much as I'm tempted to once again give further on that, I think it does actually make the whole like getting out of his costume and stuff probably makes sense to sort of reaffirm his normal self. So yeah, I will do so. So just double checking. I can't remember what my numbers were. Oh yeah, so it's. So yes, that's an 8.
And I believe Sonny has definitely opened up.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, because the one she feels closest to, they feel closest to usually in the team, because he came out to them, and that's kind of a lot.
Yeah, and you're let me check your power setup real quick. So yeah, and Penny's goddess was not Aphrodite. Oh, it's Athena, right? Penny was chosen by Athena.
I think she was chosen by Hera.
Hera. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think you like while you're choosing what's going to happen from the list, I think you will notice something that is, I think, going to be interesting to Sonny. as the beautiful, finely sculpted Penny is coming around the corner,
Oh, dear.
wearing an armband that will allow her into Hollowed Park, and like pulling I think a radio flyer wagon just full of supplies.
Hmm.
I don't think she notices you as she's like, Victor's like on that side of you, and you have your hood on. But she is a boisterous, loud, she's not as flamboyant as Quetzal is, but she is that heroic voice projection. And I think she's meeting up in the line, and someone, like, I think some people are like, oh, it's, Penthesilea, it's the legendary Amazon. And someone even chimes in, it's like, what brings you here? And if you don't mind, I think this will be like the good part of your legacy. As a Penny, I think, or it'll be the legacy move that you made. Like, you get I think Penny, you can see the smile and the beaming pride on her face. It's like, my granddaughter proved me wrong, and I learned. She taught me what heroics should be in the modern day, not what they were in my day. And even though she's not been home for a while, I know she's doing the best she can, and I have to do the best I can. If I'm going to be a role model, that means learning from the people I try to protect as well. And if I was wrong, I need to be strong enough to admit I was wrong. And I think people are sort of like looking around. It's like, well, that's a bit much, but she always did seem to be kind of straightforward. Yeah, I think you guys can overhear that, but you don't have to go interact with her if you don't want to.
I don't want to go to react to this. No. I just sink deeper into my clothing, like I really don't want to be noticed here. And Boyd, he sits next to me. He probably noticed that every time Penthesilea says she, Sonny kind of twitches, kind of like, no, I'm not a she. Damn.
Penny's trying. She really is.
I know.
So yeah, Victor.
That's what makes it even worse.
Victor, what do you do as Sonny is flinching and shrinking back?
Do you want to go grab a coffee or something somewhere?
Yeah. Let's do that. That's a good idea. Coffee makes everything better, right? Has to. I'm sorry to be so down on you. You don't deserve that. You have your own troubles.
I don't blame you. Yeah, I don't blame you for what you're having to deal with.
Could be worse, I guess. She could send me to a re-education thingy or something. Instead, she just ignores it.
Yeah. Well, that still sucks, but...
Yeah, but I could have been more vocal about the whole thing. I mean, I've mentioned that I don't like to be called she or Sonia or something like that, but I haven't put my foot down, really.
I mean, like, if you do want to talk with them and you want me there for like support or anything, I'll do it. But I know it's your family, and well, you know them a lot better than I do. So,
Dick, I'd love that, but you're a guy.
Yeah, fair.
Sorry. They do not really will. They will not really like me having a guy as a backup. And that's on them, really, not on you. Because you're awesome.
Oh.
Well, I at least try.
Yeah. I think you You're pretty awesome. And I give you some kind of fist bump on the shoulder or something awkward and meant to be nice.
Cool.
Sends you through a wall because they are super strong.
I think I know how to
Yeah, of course.
control my strength.
But at that, you're awesome. I think we're at the time for our first break. So let's be back at 20 after the hour to continue. Aha. So Holo is here. And I think that was going to be the next scene I wanted to frame anyway, is the portaling into the House of Silk. So yeah, you portal in. I think, did you have a plate, since you control portal, do you want to control where you show up, or just show up in a random part of it? Like, are you looking like to get to Cream Silk's room, to get to, like, the meeting room, to Cryptid?
I think he would want to be polite. How far away is the House of Silk from where we had that mob?
It's like it is a few blocks. Like,
Okay. So I have like some time.
yeah,
So-
you have like 15 minutes. If
Okay.
the mob is very quick, you have 15 minutes. If they're a mob, you have 30.
Yeah. So with politeness in mind, I will show up just like in the lobby, just like at the front of the house, as opposed to like barging into anybody's personal space.
Yeah, so I think you're in the lobby. Like, there are several queer youth just sort of partying around, practicing voguing. And I think like someone's like doing a duck walk with their hands towards you, and you boof. It's like, ah, drop.
And Holo's just like, hi, have you seen Venus? I need to talk to her. I need to talk to them.
And I think the kids look around, and it's like, hey, yeah, Uronic is here. They're upstairs with Mother.
Tight. And I just like
I think you find the legendary House Mother. I think she and Cryptid are doing are fussing with Venus Flytrap's hair.
Mhm.
What, like, they have like fine fibrous strands, and I think they're having fun styling it. And Uronic, Venus Flytrap is looking at themselves in the mirror, changing the colors of their petals to match the hairstyles and everything. And I think Cryptid is sees you in there, starts growing dragon claws, and Cream Silk in her boisterous bassondo voice just, oh, honey child, don't worry about that. If this guy wanted to attack us, I think our house would be pretty much fucked right now. Before, they don't even knock normally. How you doing, little boy?
Hi. We might have a problem, and by me, I mostly mean me and Venus.
Yeah, I think.
Have you seen the news?
And I think Cream Silk's like, I've been taking a social media cleanse. It's almost been an hour.
Cool. And I'll project like this specific clip that's about like, oh, the American Empire, infiltrators, blah blah blah.
And yeah, I think this is the first time you've seen Cream Silk actually get angry. Like, her face glowers. She looks a lot like, how Amanda Waller's resting bitch face?
Uh-huh.
That's her angry face.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's like, my child has paid their price. They have done nothing but help this fucking community, and blurred out F word,
Mm-hmm.
Since I have raised them.
But you can't prove a negative.
No, but I can prevent them from stepping on my territory.
Yeah, that's kind of. I wanted to give you heads up so you could like buckle down or whatever it is you're planning to do.
This is the House of Silk. We have survived since the 70s. We have survived supervillains. We have survived empires crashing into our world. We have survived cosmic events. No uppity mob is going to throw us out of our place. No one is going to hurt my child.
Cool. So it sounds like you got that part down. What is your PR plan?
And I think Cryptid steps close. It's like, Mother, calm down. Go get some drinks. Take your lisinopril. Your blood pressure. Your blood pressure. And I think Cream realizes she's getting very upset. Takes a walk out of the room. I think she's even polite enough to step aside from Holo and not walk through him.
Mm-hmm.
And Venus Flytrap looks up, cocks their head sort of confusedly. the American Empire is no longer a threat, why would they consider us, expats from it, trying to bring it here? That is illogical.
Deeply. But we still have to deal with it.
Do you think they would be open to a debate? I can debate very well. I have been learning human mannerisms for almost 2 decades.
Yes, maybe. I think what I've learned is that sound bites work very well. Sound bites and headlines. So maybe we just do a thing to shift attention for a little bit.
I think Cryptid gives like this smile. It's like, oh, I think TikTok's about to pay for itself.
And then I guess the other question I wanted to ask is, what is my actual sanctuary requirements for getting the cure done?
Okay, to get the cure, your sanctuary, let me make sure I'm going to write these down this time too. But your sanctuary requirements to make the Hollowed Plague cure. You will have to mark 1 box on your Doom track.
Mm-hmm.
You will need help from, I think, Venus Flytrap or the Spore Children of the American Empire, because the cure plant does not grow in our. It can grow in this universe, but it's not native. You'd have to bring it here and plant it first.
Okay.
And the final one is, I don't like the best you can do as a lesser version. I think it'll just be like you'll have to it'll take time, because like you can't just like maybe you'll have to like the plant will have to grow and like get used to our soil before the cure can like affect our universe. Like there's something about being native to this, like it'll take a generation of the plants growing, which thankfully with someone with plant powers that won't be hella long, but like they need to acclimate to this universe to so
right.
Take time, need help from being Flytrap or Spore Children and the Doom Track.
Yeah. So I just got from portaling in here, I just got the Doom track upgrade, Burning Bright, where I get to ignore the requirements from my sanctuary. So I think I'm just going to burn 2 track, and with Venus's trap, just like mega grow some plants here.
Okay, and let me write the... and then I'll strike out the plant growth time. So yeah, you are pushing that Doom.
I am.
So yeah, you will need to bring the plant here, or
I think that's the burning myself, like
okay.
The Doom track is just like I can do hard light. Can I do it like in so much detail that I can get like the genetic code of it to Venus to actually work with?
I think the Doom here is like you actually have samples of these seeds, but you have to 3D print them, for a lack of a better word, or teleport them, and it takes Doom to actually send physical things to the
Yeah. So I think that's Holo's plan that he explains to Venus is like, I think I'm really close to having a Holo Plague cure. Let's prove them wrong one more time.
I think Venus gives like that awkward. It's like a scarecrow smiling. It's supposed to be friendly, but it's not. But they're trying. If we cure the Hollowed Plague, then they would have to know that we mean no harm, or that we don't want to go back to the American Empire. If they had ever stepped foot in there, this place is so much better.
Yeah, I know. People are dumb.
Yeah. And so yeah, you have do you want anything? Do you want to like start growing the plants now, or to or is that like the scene end for you? Is a good?
I think maybe that's just kind of like his plan is the mob shows up and they're like, move out of our way, peasants. We're going to cure the fucking Holo plague right goddamn now with all your cameras.
Ooh. Yeah, so I think you get like you come outside, like, Cream Silk has calmed down, taking her blood pressure medication just because she doesn't like people coming for her kids. It's the trigger point.
Yeah.
And Junji is out there, Blue Rose is in his full armor, Cryptid is ready to turn into whatever is necessary.
Mm-hmm.
And I think like this is the first time we see Honey Badger pull up in this rickety old blaster car. She just has brass knuckles on, but she's ready to go. And like the mob is getting close to the gates, and like the gates are closed, but they're shaking them, trying to get like, the American Empire won't take us over.
Uh-huh.
And what does Holo and Venus do?
Well, I think it's up to I think Holo just kind of like turns to Venus's like, do you want to come with? It'll be dangerous, or I can do it.
I think Venus, like you can see that Venus actually has real feelings for their team and their mother.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I need to protect them, and they're here for me, not them. I'll go with you. And she spreads her tropiary wings.
Yeah, I think like Holo's gonna have like his cure or whatever, and he's just gonna like teleport it like above his head where the other people can't reach it, and he's just gonna walk out there as soft light. He's just like, "What are you gonna do? Stop me?"
Yeah, and they like you walk through the crowd. Venus flytrap flies over them, and like I think you can hear like the American laziness of, we have to move again.
Yep, and he's just like walking at a normal ass human speed because they literally can't touch him. He's just like watching like all of the cameras like follow behind him.
Yeah. So yeah, I think we will cut from this to Alan, you're Alan at the moment. Have you told Victor about what's going on? Have you texted him or anything?
Yeah, I think I've just texted him to say that mom and dad are back, and that's it. Like, I think, where are you? Maybe like.
Yeah, and I think he'll just send a message back saying, "Yeah, I'm with Sonny. Are they at home?"
I'd just say like, don't worry about it. Like, I think that Null kind of just wants to like, screw his parents basically. So it's just like they like that though they want us to. I think I just step back like, don't worry about it. They want us to go again. Screw that.
Cool. And I think maybe at that Victor will send Abuela a message, just sort of asking where they are.
And yep, this can be your benefit from the obligation roll if you'd like, with Abuela giving you the exact place and room of where they're staying in New Gauntlet City.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, that works.
And I think this is when this has been some time with Holo doing things. I think that's when Sia.com news flash. And if you guys watch this, it is just showing that Holo is we have eyes on Holo and the other American Empire immigrant or illegal, they will call Venus flytrap. And they are headed in this direction, and our brave mob, for lack of a better word, is following them. What evil plans do they have? Citizens good, yes.
And is this where I get? Am I like making progress, or is this just like as we're walking?
I want to see what the other three do when they get this information, or at least I think Null and Alan and Victor will, because they're on their phones. I don't know if Sonny is avoiding their phone because of the mother's.
No, just the mother's texts.
Okay. Yeah. So you can all see this if you would like.
Let's go see what we can do with these citizens.
Yeah. I mean, I honestly can't think off the top of my head what we're going to do, because I can't let we beat them up, right?
Oh, I have an idea. I've
Okay.
taken a new move. That is, I've taken it, I think, from the Sion playbook. All the best stuff. I have compiled access to caches of equipment and weaponry that our supers have hidden in the city. Because, I mean, I'm part of the legacy, and I know stuff that has to... And I think maybe we can use another... Hey, I have an idea! Remember those Gemini twins?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could have access to their cache, and maybe if they go and be a bit aggressive, or even just one of them goes and is a bit aggressive at the citizens, maybe they will back down.
We're going to false flag.
I mean, we can go there and say, hey, no, we are the evil ones here, and we will destroy these stupid immigrants. That is our job. Come and follow us. And then they will hopefully be confused that they should really follow some villains. Yeah. And I mean, you can't get more villainy than these two chuckleheads, right?
I think Alan's very dubious about your faith in humanity in this case.
I think there's like a spot on like the Sia like line where you just see Holo, and he's just got his hands up like floating something, and his other one he's just like waving, just cheeky at the camera, like does not care.
I'm actually it's like a Princess Di kind of thing.
I think if Sonny says I have an idea, let's meet up, I think we'll spring into action.
Yeah, let's find the Gemini twins lair, or that I have to roll with danger, which I'm terrible at. But well, yeah, okay. Let's see how that goes. We still have 3 team, if I count that correctly. And I've rolled a 5. No, oh no, that won't work. Not even with team. On a miss, you've tripped an alarm, and they're coming. Prepare to explain yourself. Okay.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens.
Oh, I'm going to be nice this time, since we have had a few misses. But I think you break into, like, you get into the lair of the Gemini twins. I'll think of a name later that is some kind of double trouble thing.
The dyad? I don't know. Like, isn't that what they called it in Star Wars?
Yes, that's what they called it in Star Wars.
Yes, the dyad. And I think you
why don't you call it the joint mention?
The joint mention?
Yeah. I mean, just throwing it out.
That's fine. Yeah. You enter their this cache of theirs, which is I think on this place, and but you're not the only one here who's attempting to gather something. Their half sister is here.
Oh.
And I think you see Tina in like this box of just like stuff that the Gemini twins have stolen over the years. Like, where is it? Where is it? Door creaks.
Oh, hey, Tina. We're just popping in to get some masks off your siblings. Hope you don't mind.
Some masks from your siblings?
Yeah.
And I think Tina, like, jumps a bit. It's like, oh, it's just you, Sonny.
Yeah.
Hey, and I think it's like, you're like stepping forward, like, wait, no, don't. Like, you step on a panel, and like there's like this like the Loki alarm goes off. Like, oops, crap.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. You didn't know.
I didn't know. Look, can we just grab these masks and maybe Null and Void can grab these masks and do their thing, and I'll stay here and explain to your parents what we're doing here.
They're not my parents, they're my siblings.
But your siblings are under arrest right now.
Yeah, well...
Then we'll explain it to them.
True. Wait. If they're not going to answer the alarm, that means... And I think she's like starts getting the masks out, hands over like, oh crap. I know you wanted to meet them, but this might not be the best time. But
Okay.
if you want to stay, you can stay. I mean,
I would rather go with my team, but I promise, pinky swear, I'll come back.
and it's like, and I think Tina's like rushing you out. It's like, you've got to get out of here, but we've got to schedule another date. That was so fun.
Absolutely, and I'll kiss her.
Oh,
Just quick kiss, like just a peck, but on the lips, and then I rush out with my head pretty red.
Yeah, and I think like as you're leaving, you feel the air's like ozone charges, and like, that's when you know like you've had the goddesses visit you before. You notice like when a deity steps on Earth, and you can figure it's probably Loki coming to check in on this stuff.
Oh damn! I really wanted to meet them. But yeah, okay, saving Holo and the dreadful queens or whatever they're called.
Dead end queens, yes.
Yes, something like that.
Yeah. So I think like, as you've gotten those, I think Sonny, Victor, and Alan meet up at, of course, a very convenient rooftop near the Hollowed Park. And Sonny has these different costumes, of course.
What are those for?
Well, yeah, if we want to dupe the mob into believing that bad guys are attacking the American Empire, we need to have some bad guys to attack the American Empire, fellows.
Okay.
I mean,
yeah.
Or we can just threaten the mob. I mean, that's probably simpler anyway.
I just worry about this all going horribly, horribly wrong. Like,
probably.
Vic?
I guess we can give it a go.
I mean, have you got a better idea?
Can't Holo teleport? Like,
yeah, but the dead end queens can.
I guess,
they're
but
kind of nice.
Yeah, but they're kind of tough as well, you know. Like,
yeah, but if they start beating up the mob and they live here, then they have a bigger mob. If the Gemini doodleheads beat up a mob, who cares? They're bad guys anyway.
Okay. I mean, does anyone ever try ringing the police? I can never understand why no one rings the police in this town.
Because the police in this town decides if superheroes are involved, they won't get involved. They usually call one of the other superheroes. I don't know if you want to have Captain Gauntlet involved or whatever the major iron guy golem.
It'd be nice to meet Captain Gauntlet. Are you saying, can we make that happen?
Alan.
Sorry,
put on this mask, and I promise you, I'll get you your personal date with Captain Gauntlet. I will. I know the guy.
I like to think that Sonny is just like, yes, but there's like a 1 in 100 chance that they'll call the Amazons, and that's not an acceptable risk.
Yes, but I'm not saying that.
Cool. Yeah, I will go along with this plan then. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So, Void and Null are going to be pretending to be the Gemini twins to distract the mob then?
Yes.
And I'll download the theme song.
Yeah, let's see if okay, so
and I'll just ninja cling to the shadows, I guess. For now, I imagine that there won't be a big problem.
Yeah, so I think Holo.
You could chase us off. That could be the plan. Sonny and Holo chase off the Gemini twins. Like,
nice. Yes, I could do that. I will. Yeah. That's a good PR.
So Sonny's going to chase off the Gemini twins. Then that's the plan.
Gemini, yeah.
Yeah, the Gemini twins. Okay, so yeah, I think that I need to have okay, Null and Void. You can assess this. One of you can assess the situation, as I don't see you have that special bond with Void. But if you would like, before you go in and start posturing and posing.
Yeah, sure thing. I think Victor will start to, scan the crowd, see kind of where it's like centered and all that sort of thing, and that is. That's a 9.
Okay, ask 1. Unless someone wants to spend team to boost that to a 10.
Why not? I'll be looking out with him as well.
Okay, so we are at 2 team then.
Cool.
Oh wait, 3 team because of that defend action.
So I'm going to I'm going to ask how could we best end this quickly?
You will, if you just scare the crowd, like the crowd's here because they feel like they're in control or like they're not in danger. These are mortal people, so if you give them a good scare, it'll probably end it very quickly.
Cool. What here is the biggest threat?
The biggest threat would probably be the since you're so close to the hollowed park, the militia people who are still on duty, because there's a large group of non-vaccinated people coming towards the park. They're getting antsy.
Sure thing.
You only get 2 with the set situation, I think.
Oh yes, you're right. Sorry, I'm thinking of Pierce the Mask. Yeah, no, you're right. It's only 2.
Okay. And do you mind if I saw you took some new abilities? Do you mind if I flavor one of them a bit?
Yeah. So yeah, the 2 new abilities I've taken are power mimicry and vitality absorption. So I think the kind of what we will probably find out in time, if not necessarily right at the moment, is that actually the only reason that Null and Void have the same power set is because essentially Void has been unknowingly copying it this whole time.
Yeah, I think that, like, I was going to touch on power mimicry. As soon as you put on the Gemini twins costume, you have their powers, and they're a bit different than yours.
Cool.
And I don't want to like limit it just to like when you're wearing a costume, but I think like, you know, the aura and other stuff from like that costume is just permeating you.
The energy.
That's cool.
We've got energy redirection, right? So you've redirected the Gemini energy.
Exactly.
So yeah, I'm going to say one of our delightful duo is going to have to roll a provoke, but before that happens, does someone want to monologue like a superhero?
So yeah, I'm gonna see if there's a spot along like the line where there's would the cure work on people who are at like the statue stage?
Yeah, a cure would cure anyone. It would yeah, it would and it's not a statue. If you've ever played Mass Effect 2, it's a lot like those husks is what happens at the end.
Yeah.
But like, I think if they're gone to the husk stage, it's too, like, if they've died, it's too far. But at any other stage beyond that, it's fine.
All right. So can I see like anybody who's at like a very late stage that's kind of like near-ish the fence, or like visible from the outside? No,
the fence is not a see-through fence. It's like a wall, so you can't see into the park.
That's inconvenient for me, but
But I mean, Uronic Kroll or Venus Flytrap can fly in and bring one of them out.
Yeah. So I think Holo's just kind of like, because he can just like fucking float, he's gonna kind of like jump up onto like the edge of the wall, and he's gonna like be holding this thing, and he says, "I have the cure to the Holo plague. I'm 15. I figured this out in a week."
2 weeks, but still.
So either I'm here as a villain and I'm doing more good than any of you, or I'm a hero and you're coming at me for no goddamn reason.
Ooh.
I think that's exactly the point where the Gemini twins should turn up and have a reason or whatever.
Yeah.
Ooh, that is good. So yeah, Zephyr and Ella, what do you do?
Zephyr and Ella, right? Like, I already see one small flaw in this plan that we've overlooked. I was thinking that I think I would suggest a big flashy show of powers to kind of like convey that we're, mimic the Gemini twins as much as possible. And maybe that would be an unleash your powers. Like,
I think it's either unleash your powers or provoke, and you're muted, David.
So I am. Yeah, no, I'm thinking if we maybe kind of make our entrance, kind of zoom around the crowd before we kind of confront Holo.
Okay, so Victor, if you roll to unleash your powers, you will get a +1, but I believe your freak is at a -2 right now.
It is, and I'm insecure, so this isn't going to go well. But I mean, I will absolutely.
Yes, I think Null's going to do it, and let's hope it works. Oh, no, that's a 6. So hopefully someone can spend a team.
Well,
I'll spend a team on that, as it makes sense, as we're sort of working together on this.
Yes, so that's the 7 then in total, and mark a condition. The GM will tell you how the effect is unstable or temporary.
You mark a condition, or it's unstable or temporary.
Yeah. So I think I would like it to be unstable, because I think that we don't do a 100% perfect job of really mimicking the Gemini twins.
Yeah, like anyone who actually knows their stuff will be able to work out that this isn't real, kind of thing, when they see the video playback. But it might be enough to fool the people there for the moment.
Yeah, if you put a video of the things next to each other, they're way faster than we are. Like,
yeah.
The second this kind of starts to falter, I will appear and yell at them that they should leave, and that I will protect my teammate Holo, who has found the cure, and that they will not get in the way of healing people. And I will shoot a few arrows, and we will, maybe.
And then I'm gonna after you finish giving off that thing, I'm gonna launch the cure. I'm gonna softball lob it up to Venus with quick, don't let them get it to the people who need it before it's too late.
Yeah, I like to imagine
go on without me.
I like to imagine the Gemini twins come in. The unstable part is they're dashing around, and they get together, do the peace sign touching thing. I am Zephyr, the ultimate man of the Gemini twins. And I'm Ella. And someone's like, wait, that doesn't. Then Artemis comes down. Oh crap, arrows!
And yeah, I think because we cannot allow you to distribute this cure to the people. We will seize it for ourselves and sell it at a great price. And I'll tip back my head and do a proper pantomime villain laugh.
Ella does it alongside, but silently,
Yeah. And I will, of course, tell you, you cannot defeat us. I am so much faster than you are. Come and catch me if you can. I catch the plague and then I run off.
Yeah. And the cure goes up. Venus Flytrap takes it. goes inside, and I think some of the guards. Yes.
Excuse me, but I think I just said that I take the cure.
Oh, sorry, I misunderstood that. Yeah, so Sonny gets the cure. Artemis gets the cure, right? Now.
Yeah. That's Artemis right now.
Yeah, Artemis gets the cure, and like you, I like to imagine that you do like this. You backflip up, grab the cure out of the telekinesis, like land on the top of the walls to the hollowed park, and you give your impassioned speech. You can't take this cure, or that impassioned. And I think Venus flytrap lands and looks at the Gemini twins. It's like, you're not going to stop us. No one's going to stop this cure. And begins like the ground begins rumbling, like with the roots shaking the ground. More for effect than trying to attack.
Well, I don't think Venus knows about this, right? So I think that it probably is like that, and I think this is when I just look over at Zephyr, and I'm like,
just play the song again.
yes,
The jingle.
Yeah, I think Holo might actually know like a photosynthetic language that like the sport folks have, that you can kind of like communicate through light, and you just kind of like flash at them, just go with it.
Yeah, I think that's when like you feel like the roots were about to erupt from the ground. Like that's when it just starts. It's being shaky. It's like, oh, don't make me destroy these walls. There will be no plague anymore, and I can bring them down. You should leave right now, villains.
And I'll call it Zephyr. Zephyr. I will call it, Zephyr demands that you, Artemis, relinquish the cure, or we will destroy these puny humans, and will begin menacing the crowd.
And Artemis will say, not under my watch, villain," and then jumps down and stands in his way and pushes him rather gently.
and because obviously we've got the whole kinetic redirection thing going on, Void will like hurl himself across the street into like a wall and collapse to the ground in front of it.
Yeah. And Ella will.
And Sonny will turn to Ella and start menacing her, like, go and look after your brother, villainous, and menace these people no more.
Yeah, I think Ella will do a really very badly choreographed punch that misses entirely, like completely telegraphed, and then dash off to scoop the fallen Zephyr up.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Holo's like throwing like illusory energy blasts around.
Yeah, and so I think that the crowd, a few people have stayed to film this, but like most people are getting out of the way, especially from those blasts, and I think that's when during the Venus flytrap will like fly up afterwards. Like I think we see Artemis shooting a few arrows that dramatically miss, and Holo throwing a few of those fireballs, and the Gemini twins run away to go change, I suppose. And then I think like most of the crowd is dispersed now, and this is when I think this is when a person who was here earlier, who is still here, leaps up onto over the wall, lands next to Artemis, and Penthesilea is.
Damn, I forgot about her.
And I think she has this this Sparta sword and the shield ready, and then she looks, has that game face on, then looks around. It's like
it's over. I chased them away.
Oh, I'm sorry. I heard what you were saying, but I was so far away. It took me a few leaps to get over here, but
No, that's fine. These are my nemesises. That's the correct plural. Anyway, these are my thing, our thing, my team's thing, the Gemini twins.
And then
I mean,
meanwhile, like Holo
sorry.
is standing on the other side of Artemis, going like, "Is it too late to switch into? It's too late to switch into girl mode. It's definitely too late to switch into girl mode."
It's too late to switch into girl mode.
I think Penny lowers her sword and shield, looks at Artemis. Is it true what you said? You've found a cure?
He's found a cure. And I pointed Holo.
Hi.
Yeah, I think Penny stands up and places her hand on Artemis's shoulder. It's like, you have done exceptionally well choosing your allies, doing what I thought was impossible, and being the best grandchild I could ask for.
Thanks, I guess.
I will not steal your thunder anymore.
I mean, we just didn't need you. I was well trained to take care of the situation.
I'll hopefully see you at dinner someday. Soon.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I think she does that old Superman leaps over a tall building and is gone.
I could do that. Oh wow, that went better than I thought it would.
Yeah, and Holo, what do you say to Artemis?
Victory?
Did you really? Yeah, did you really just invent this in a week?
I mean, yeah.
Wow.
A lot of more biotech research, I guess.
I mean, I knew you were clever, but you're a genius. Really, I mean, wow. I'm in awe. I couldn't even figure out what the DNA is really about. So, wow.
Well, shoulders of giants and all that.
I don't know. I mean, I've got shoulders of giants, and I couldn't find a cure.
Yeah.
So, don't undersell yourself. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You're amazing.
And I think Holo's just like, hey, come on, let's go share the good news.
Yeah, let's go. I mean, that was kind of fun, right? With the Gemini.
Oh my god, it was so much better without the anxiety of like things are gonna blow up. It was like we just got to play like laser tag on like a huge stage. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was fun. Let's get back to the castle, to the what? Glamour Dome? I forget what it's called. Quetzalcoatl's thing?
Yeah, the Drama Dome.
Drama Dome! Oh my god. Yeah, it's a Greek word. Of course I forget it.
Yeah, I think this is a good place to take our last break. Let us be back at 10 after the hour and finish up.
Yeah.
And just to check in with Sydney, do you believe that this would count as a Void hitting that drive, help a teammate when they most need you? Because I figured this would be when Holo most needed Void for like a long time.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Sweet. Finally, hopefully crossing off another drive then.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, I was also wondering if maybe when I'd been speaking with Sonny, but yeah, that works too. So
that would have worked as well because they really needed.
So
they really needed him.
Yeah. So you basically crossed off twice in one game. Good going, Void. You helpful little guy. Yeah. So everyone is going to be heading back to the Drama Dome then, leaving Venus to hand out the cure.
Oh damn! I forgot something. No, I can't. I just have to go and see if Tina's okay.
Aha!
I mean, Holo, you don't know this, but she was at the hideout, the joint mansion, I guess, and I totally blew the alarm. So now she's to get to deal with her parent, and maybe I should go and see if they're all right.
All right, yeah, that makes sense. Let me know if you need any backup, but good luck.
Yeah, I'll call on the chat. If you don't hear from me in an hour, I'm either just check on me. Check on me. I'll.
All right, we'll do.
Yeah, and does Holo want to can you really hand out the cure?
I mean, with Venus's help, I definitely can.
Yeah. So do you want to stay and do Null and Void want to come and help hand out the cure, see what's happening? And because I think that seems like it'd be important to do now, handing out the cure, seeing it works and all that good stuff.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think they come back looking a bit, if they didn't have the full body suits, they might be a bit disheveled, but you can't really tell under all that. And I think that there has been such an uproar on this. Many of the guards from other parts of Hollywood Park are coming in to try and restore peace. The few volunteers are out there. Is a cure. They made a vaccine recently that had to have led to the cure. And I think Null and Void actually took the vaccine, I believe, correct?
I think so. Yeah, why wouldn't we?
I believe so, yeah.
Because it wouldn't have worked on Holo because, number one, you have to be in this universe to take it. Number two, you already were infected.
Yeah.
But, I think I won't make you guys, we'll rush through, the talking to the guards that let us in. We have the cure. We're not lying. This isn't
Yeah. I mean, I imagine it's handing it over to whoever's closest to authority, and maybe or if not, we could give it to the
maybe Grandma Penny can help you.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, we can lean on the legacy's good name, like we did before, to such good effect when we tried to get in it.
Yeah, I like the idea that Penny is back, and I want to see. Yeah, I think Penny does come back with we can't let you in the cure, and Penny was you will not stand in the way of progress.
By the authority of Hera.
By the quick knee-jerk reactions of Hera, I command thee. They start looking around, the gates begin, the actual gates begin opening, not just the doors into the gates. And I think Penny looks at Holo, Null, and Void. There's this skeptical glance, and I think finally she gives a minute half turn of one side of her mouth. I can see why Artemis allies with you, I think.
Yeah, Sonny's great.
You just going to blurt out Artemis's name like that in public?
I thought it was an open secret, to be honest, but
yeah, Sonya is an open. Sonya is pretty well known. So
okay,
Sonny as a abbreviation. I mean, it's not that rare a name, I guess.
Okay then. Yeah, and I think Penny I think has that kind like a bit of a pierced heart moment where it's just like, is that the name they prefer?
Yes, it is, and I think they'd like it if you could just try and be a bit more careful about using it.
I have been lax in my duties as a parent and a heroine. I may be retired from one, but I am still family. I will try my best. I am, as they say, an old dog learning new tricks.
But at least you're not only human, right?
You have a point there, mortal. I think the doors open enough, and like there are people coming out, like getting close. I think these gates have not opened in years, and like so some people in the park are there, and Venus flytrap is in like this pretty clearing, just growing these plants as fast as they can. And Holo can go up to her, like draw this much sap out, stir, basically telling her how to make the solution, like with the plant-based phytokinesis of do this with the sap, do this with this, do this with that. I would, but hands.
Yeah. Yeah, and then finishes up with that, and then passes off the rest of the instructions to like all of the guards who have stayed to volunteer and help out.
And I think you seem like a few of them are where everyone's been vaccinated, so they're not going to catch it.
Yeah.
Here, they can't let it out in the city where the vaccine hasn't been doing the rounds yet.
Yeah.
But I think you see some man that you've never seen, or that was from like the village from the first one, come up. He's like his entire left arm is just withered and desiccated. He looks thirsty, not in the colloquial sense, but like the actual dehydrated sense. And I think he's just like, are we being released? Did I die?
Yeah, I don't think Holo's too awkward to really answer that. He's just like, here, this is for you. And then he just like runs off to the next person.
Yeah, I think Venus is like with Holo. Like Venus is not as personable as Holo is, but she's not as anxious. They are not as anxious, and they just like, if you drink this, it will cure you. And he looks confused, like, this smells like medicine. It is medicine.
That's how that works.
He shrugs and drinks it, and I think like as Holo is leaving, like you can see it's like a crumpled up Coke bottle with like a quarter of the soda left, like carbonating it open again. Like his arm just begins puffing up with liquids and nutrients again. He stops being dehydrated. You can see like the life and luster in his body come back, and the guards are fucking floored.
I think Holo's just kind of like wandering around, kind of like muttering like the arcane portion of it, where it's like half herbalism, like half magic, and so he's just kind of like doing the chant and just like wandering around mumbling and handing people like flasks.
Mm-hmm. And I think like as the word gets out, and I think that's when you see this huge fucking shadow cover the sky, and cryptid lands as an entire dragon with like the rest of the dead end queens, lots of the people from the House of Silk on her back, and I think Blue Rose drops down, sees Void, blushes a little bit, like hides behind his long half of the hair.
Yeah, and I think Holo just kind of like looks up at like Cryptid as dragon and is just like, goals.
I can do that. Not nearly as well, but I can do that. Yeah, and I think if that's fine, we'll cut to what happens with Tina and Sonny. Yeah. And just to check, you called it the, or was it joined?
No, joined, not joined.
Yes, that is that is yeah. Okay then. Yeah. So you I think you get to the joined mansion. The door is closed this time, and that feeling of deism is missing.
Damn. I think instead of running to the mansion, I will just call first. Yeah, I'll call Tina or text Tina or something. Like, we're done. Where are you? What can I do? Do I have to do anything?
Yeah, I think Tina's like, I'm cleaning up some stuff. Thank Dad. Dad wasn't very angry.
Okay, I come by and say hi and probably trigger the alarm again.
I think like this time, like you knock and like she'll let you in. It's like show you how to step around the place.
Yeah. Vague plan in my head. Go there, summon Loki, say hi. Probably not a good idea.
Yeah, I think Tina smiles awkwardly. It's like,
sorry to leave you here. We had to clear up some stuff with our reputation because we apparently are evil, or maybe not. Who knows?
To be fair, my dad kind of keeps up with social media for some reason. I think because it's so vulgarly tricksome. And he finds and she blushes and looks away. I told him something about you, but I don't know if it's true. I may have lied to the god of lies.
You should be proud then.
But I'd rather it.
What did you tell him?
That I'm dating this amazing person.
Okay, it's not true. Just pretty regular, I guess.
No. If we're dating, then I am dating an amazing person.
We are dating, aren't we? I thought we were. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Then I didn't lie.
Please don't go and date an awesome person besides me. I wouldn't like that.
Oh, trust me, I'm not like Zephyr and Ella. I'm very monogamous.
Oh, wow, okay. I don't know if I am, but if you are, and if you want me to be, then I will be.
We're getting way ahead of ourselves. I think we need to go on our second date first.
Yes, I think so too. Okay, yeah, sure. But he knows that I'm on Amazon, right?
Yeah, he said, well, to me, you go, girl. I think he approves.
Good. Still have to talk to my mother about this, because I'm pretty sure she won't.
Oh. Well, if your mom doesn't approve of this, I mean, we can always, like, move to Australia or something.
New Zealand, I hear, is pretty. Lots of sheep.
Yeah, we could wool with it.
Wow, you need to work on your puns, girl.
Maybe I shouldn't work on my puns. I might end up like my siblings.
Oh, yeah, it's true. Look, I just wanted to see if you were okay, but let's definitely have a second date, or should I help you here? What is that?
Oh, that's the thigh bone of a Jotun. There's this rumor in Norse Niflheim that if you
it smells.
Yeah, they don't know how to preserve stuff very well.
I put it here.
And I think like the next thing Tina does is like pull out this rune stone, and it's like here, if you ever need me like really fast, just shatter this. I'll be by your side.
Wow. Okay. thank you. I will treasure it. I don't have anything like that. I just can give you have my number already. But I'm very fast. So just I'll put you on I'll give you a special ringtone so I will know it's you and then when I come.
Yeah, just don't do Who Let the Dogs Out. That is so lame.
Why would I do that? You're not, I mean, okay, you're Fenris's half-sister, but...
That's why people think it's funny.
Oh, no. I'll do Werewolves of London.
See? You're clever. And awesome. Yeah, it's like, but I need to get back to cleaning. I mean...
Yeah, I need to get back to my team or my mom, I don't know. Need to get back to my team. We need to celebrate.
Yeah. And I think, as you two say goodbye, probably hug, maybe give I think Tina, like, before you leave, will say, like, can I get a longer version of what we left off with the last time?
Yeah, sure, I guess.
Then there's a kiss, and she will let you leave. And I think that's when you get like, you look down at your phone, like, there are 15 texts from your mom. Like, it's like 15 plus.
Yeah. Great. I mean, sure. I don't want to look at them. No, I have avoided her this long. I can go on. I mean, I'll text my grandmother. She never checks her phone, but I've texted her then that she should tell my mother that I'm all right and I will come home soon and that everything is okay and that she doesn't need to worry. I'm with my friends. Bye.
Yeah. So I think, like, we will like, this will be like later that evening with everyone at the I think you're all in the training theater, but this is the time where, like, the movie screen is down. Quetzal is like having this projector on. There are several Quetzal birds, like, diving in front of it every now and again. But it is the news, and I think this is like the actual news reporter for New Gauntlet City News. Like, an amazing event has transpired today. Artemis and the Nobodies, the major team of Bellevue, have found a cure for a disease that has been going on for over 3 decades. And, it starts, like, all this positive spin is going on, and it's just, and I think, Quetzalcoatl is up on this, is just, like, clapping and beaming at you all. It's like, this is beyond my wildest expectations. I thought that hologram projecting thing that you did, Holo, was pretty stupid, but this was ingenious.
I mean, I would have felt like a heel if I didn't.
Yeah, and I think Quetzalcoatl stands up, and there's a bit of his shadow on the screen. It's like, I am going to go get smoothies for us all. Victory smoothies, the best of them all. And he will leave you all to celebrate team victories if you'd like.
Hey, he's a god. Does he really care that we're not 21?
I get the impression he wouldn't care that much that we were 21, to be honest.
Okay, so maybe we can get some really spicy, punchy. I mean,
punchy smoothies.
It's punchy smoothies. That sounds nice. Guys, that was kind of amazing. You were all really good. I mean, your Ella impression left a little bit, but hey, I know.
You do your best with the material, like.
Yeah. And I thought that the song maybe smoothed over everything. Anyway, the jingle was perfect. Everything was perfect. You were perfect, and you were perfect, and you were especially perfect. I'm pointing at Holo.
Yeah. Thanks for having my back.
Sure, we're a team. That's what we're there for. Fooling excited mobs. Wait, no, that's not what we're there for. We're there for
No,
you.
but it is funny.
Yeah, that was fun.
Well, we help those people, like.
Yeah.
This is what's great about this town. Like, yeah, it's all weird and crazy and dangerous, right? But then, like, things like this happen.
Yeah.
It sounded like Sonny was sharing a triumphant celebration with Holo.
Definitely. I was sharing it. Yes, I was. My team move says when I share a triumphant celebration with someone, tell them whether you see them as an equal. I do. You get influence over me.
Okay. Holo shift those labels of Sonny, and Sonny mark potential.
Yay.
Okay.
And like we can shift labels. I can mark down that we have to shift these labels and do them after this scene if you'd like.
Uh-huh. I kind of want to do superior down and mundane up, just because I got another glimpse into like Sonny's home life and just kind of like that really like touching personal moments. And then I think mine is like, share if you think there's hope for me, which I think everybody is on the hope train pretty thoroughly.
I think you should share yours with Void because like he did like the most acting of the Gemini twins and was the one who like set you on this path.
Yeah.
So Victor, do you believe there is hope for Holo?
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
All right. So, sorry. So you get influence over me,
and you spend one team to clear a doom.
Okay. So I think I'm at 0.
I will allow you because of this to
oh no, I'm at 2. So
okay.
All right. So then I'm just at 1.
Cool. And I have put Holo's danger down and their savior up. Does that seemed
Okay.
And I believe are joined if you would like, since you shared a triumphant celebration with someone else, you can mark a condition to mark potential.
That's only kind of when I'm not with.
No, the way I read that is if you're not sharing a triumphant celebration with Null.
Oh, okay, cool. Do I want to? I actually don't think I will in this instance because I don't feel like any of. I'm just wondering. Actually, no. I will mark. Afraid because I think while despite generally being hopeless at the minute, Jigs has still not cleared that. But I think that despite the fact that he has hope. He honestly believes that they can, rescue, if that's the right word, Holo from the American Empire. He knows it's not going to be easy. And I think just the immensity of what they're going to have to do that is he kind of reminds him that.
Yeah. Okay. And so let us stop this interruption and get back to this wonderful celebration of everyone being happy. Or unless Null also wants to share a team celebration, or... Oh, now I can't hear you.
Nope, neither can I.
It doesn't say that you're muted. You don't have like the little icon next to it.
It looks like I'd somehow pressed the remote on my thing somehow. But, I think Alan is pretty much, like celebrating as part of the team, but I think this more kind of he's occupied with his parents and Professor Henry, who I think he hasn't had a chance. Like she's been on a sabbatical or a trip somewhere for this week, and he hasn't had a chance to confront her yet.
Yeah, I think I will throw in the. No, that'll be the final scene of this episode.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But
Yeah.
just to say that, like, that's all. He's not really in the kind of like leading the celebration or like,
Gotcha.
yes, we did it kind of thing. It's more like, okay, so we solved this, but like, what if we have to give up being null and void? What if we have to leave and then like we have to help Holo still? So we need to get this done, kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like you guys are talking, enjoying yourself. Like the news is just expelling your praises, like a fire hydrant expels water, and it's just like gushing over the team. And
this is just going to make it like more people looking for us. Vic. Like,
yeah, it's.
I mean, I guess people will give up once it gets down a bit. It'll be, but maybe like.
Yeah, we'll just have to be careful for the next few days, I guess.
Yeah. Especially with mum and dad,
Yeah.
You're going to be careful?
Of course.
Promise?
I promise.
Cool.
And that's when Victor gets a text from the blue rose emoji. And it's like, hey, I think Blue Rose is a very like English major texter. It's like, hey, you did excellent today, period. I cannot imagine how you were able to pull off such an outrageous stunt so quickly, ! You are indeed one of the truest heroes I have ever seen, heart emoji. Are we still on for our date? ? Nervous face.
And he will text back. Yeah, sure. I'll see you there, sort of thing. And I will say, well, I'm sorry, folks, but I've got to run. I'll catch up with you all later. And he's going to start making his exit.
I think Alan just watches him as he goes out, like text message and then off.
I think we're getting, close to where we need to wrap up for the episode and do the end of session move. So I think the final thing is Alan gets a text. Actually, Alan and Null get a text. And it is from Aeon. Your internship has been terminated. Please return all items that you possess that are Aeon property.
And Null gets that as well.
I think Null gets one from Professor Henry that just says sorry.
And I think that might be the last panel of the thing, is just face palming as or like looking in dread at the phone, like.
Yeah. And to be continued next issue, letters from the fans. And let us go in. Like, this is a great session. Let us do the end of session stuff. So, Holo, how do you feel at the end of this session?
I feel personally very, very uplifted and very doing well. Absolutely no closer to solving my doom or defeating my nemesis, though.
Correct. So you learned nothing new about Deimos and Phobos this time.
Nothing whatsoever. Not even close. So let's go up my doom again. I think that's the only after move.
No, are you close to this team?
Oh yes, my
no
brain
problem.
is bad. Yeah, I think maybe he's actually growing into his own self-image a little bit, where he's been really down on his abilities, but a lot of what people have been like talking to him about today is like, oh, that's so smart of you. It's like amazing that you figured that out. So I think he's actually gonna drop his mundane and up his superior.
Gotcha. Null/Alan, how do you feel?
I think I've grown away from the team. Despite our victory, I think that Alan just has too much going on right now to really. And I think that the way that will manifest is in taking influence away from Void, because he's tied up with a lot of this pressure, particularly the mask hunt scenario.
And the parents.
Yes, yeah. So it's all.
Okay. Void Victor, how do you feel?
Yeah, so I think Victor has definitely felt close to the team this session. It's a toss-up. I think I'm going to say Sonny probably is the specific individual. It was a toss-up between Sonny and Holo, but I think Sonny was. I think we had a bit deeper of a connection in our conversation, but by a hair.
Yeah, okay, so I will. Where are you? Which one are you? I think I will, at this point, push up your. What do I push down? I will push down your superior because you were very unsuperior to me, but I will push up your mundane because you're my go-to buddy with mundane problems like my parents don't understand me.
Sure thing.
Yeah. And Sonny, how do you feel?
I definitely feel closer to the team with the whole crisis and running from my family mostly to avoid them. And I will give that to Void because I called him and he came and he was so nice and everything.
Cool. I think it's I always find this one a bit of a tricky one to go for, but I think I'm going to go for putting. I think it will be superior up actually, and I think freak down to sort of represent the fact that Sonny does seem to be kind of has obviously been going through some stuff, but seems to be kind of taking control of their life a bit more, or trying to.
Yeah. So thank you everyone who's tuned in. This is the Polychromatic Alliance. We will be taking a break next week, but we will see you in 2 weeks. Excelsior, everyone.